Hello. Oh, we're at the skating rink, right? It was 2 stations from Central Boulevard by train. The skating arena is a complex building smack dab in the middle of the Central District. It has regular ice rinks as well as special ones for ice hockey and figure skating. It's even kept open year-round. With the amount of media attention Kanon has been receiving recently, it's not surprising that Tomenbetsu City is going all out with its sports facilities. It was 6:30 already. It's almost time to clear out the regular customers and make the complex into a facility solely dedicated to reserved practice time. I got in after explaining to security that I was a relative of Kanon. Of course, joining these athletes on the ice during their rigorous training is strictly forbidden. I sat in the stands and silently observed the practice. A happy, carefree voice came from the direction of the rink. I couldn't see or coach anywhere, so it was probably break time. Kanon gracefully glided around a track, not even wearing a coat. Hey, what are you playing? Compulsory figures is an event where an athlete has to etch a pattern onto the ice. Although, since it was unsuitable for TV broadcast, the event has been excluded from most competitions. Kanon was on one leg, going in a circle. Occasionally she would change the direction of the curve, slowly tracing out a symbol on the ice. Due to its slow nature, it doesn't look all that fancy. I'm getting bored here, but for Kanon, it's an important test of her skills.
Alrighty!
To keep on practicing, even during break. Impressive.
こういうのも見せちゃうぞ。
Kanon faced me while skating backwards. The skates traced out 2 parallel curves with complete ease. Wow, have you gotten better or something? I gave her an obligatory compliment.
くるくるっと回っちゃうぞ。
Pivoting off that motion, she began to spin. But it would appear that she didn't generate enough momentum, and she suddenly stopped shortly thereafter. Wow, that looked really good or something.
兄さん、あんまり適当なこと言ってると、のんちゃん怒るぞ。
Well, I'm not a judge or anything, so I really don't know. Still, it seems like you've lost some weight.
おかげでもうちょっと高く飛べるようになったんだ。
Height, 5'3", body shape well proportioned. However, it was her long limbs that really gave her the edge in figure skating.
うわー!
Oh. When she tried executing a second jump, she lost her balance. Hey now, don't get too cocky and injure yourself.
怪我したら兄さんが助けてくれるんだよね。
She chatted as she came over to the seats. Aren't you cold?
平気平気。
That thing you're wearing, is that your competition costume?
そうだよ。
Oh. It's good. Is it okay to be wearing that right now?
大会近いからね。衣装で練習する時もあるんだよ。
In a month and a half, Kanon will be entering a competition that is used to select Olympic participants.
でも、本当は兄さんに見てもらいたかったからなんだ。
Oh, that's sweet. She held out her arms and hugged me tightly. Hey, watch it!
何が？
Look at your feet. Those razor-sharp blades almost cut my toes off.
んじゃえ踏んじゃえ
This girl has a weird sense of humor. Oh, yeah. Where's Mama?
コーチは今会議してるって。
She's really busy, huh? I wanted to say hi at least.
なんだかね、のんちゃんカナダに行ってたでしょ。外国での練習が終わって今後どういう風にのんちゃんを伸ばすのかっていう話し合いしてるみたい。
What direction do you want to go in?
知らない。でも絶対オリンピック行くよ。
She's a simple one, isn't she?
ねえねえ、のんちゃんの人気者計画聞いてよ。
Plan?
もっともっと有名になってもっとたくさんの人にのんちゃんのこと見てもらうんだ。
Great. What comes next?
終わりだけど。
It's a vague plan, but that's so like you. I'm sure you'll be fine. Kanon returned to the skating rink once again, smiling all the while.
さてさて、じゃあ兄さんにも4回転ジャンプを見せてやろうじゃないか。
Oh, you mean the loop? Quad jump refers to the quadruple lutz, an extremely difficult jump that has never been successfully performed in any public women's competition around the world. The jumping itself is easy. Landing the darn thing is the hard part.
今まで全部転んじゃってるんだけど、兄さんの前ならきっとできる。
Hey, don't try it if you can't do it. It hurts when you fall, doesn't it?
だって成功したらもっと人気者になれるよ。
That only works if you succeed.
みんな新しい技が大好きなんだよ。だから頑張って絶対成功させるんだ。
Kanon started skating again, full of momentum. Huh?
兄さん行くよ。
Wait, I'm getting a call. It's probably Miki-chan again. Jeez, there's a limit on how much you can disrupt my life, you know. Hello? However, when I heard the voice coming through the receiver, I couldn't help but hold my breath.
兄さんまだ。
Kanon was nowhere near my radar.
やっちゃうぞ。ジャンプしちゃうぞ。よそ見してても知らないぞ。
After the call disconnected, I said one thing to her. Sorry, something came up.
ちょっと
Kanon stopped her feet. Then the sound of crushed ice reached my ears. My mindset had already changed. My carefree time in the surface world was already over. Because that call was from Azai Gonzo, summoning me to his quarters. The city's southern district is very quiet. It's a tranquil high-class district with newly built homes lined up one after the other. Each of the many mansions is so spacious and luxurious that it creates the illusion that one isn't even in Japan anymore. The pedestrian count is remarkably low, and I only occasionally pass by a cop patrolling on a bicycle. The luxurious doors all bear the metal plates of various protection agencies, sparing not even the space for an insect to pass through. It's an area that suitably demonstrates the power of the people who live here and control the city. After around an hour, I arrived at Gonzo's estate. No matter how often I come here, I still get nervous. When I pressed the doorbell, a maid quickly answered. It's Kyousuke. Is my father in the house? After a few more minutes, I was allowed through the gate. 2 expensive black cars were parked on the grounds. I looked at the pond as I walked through the hall. On the way, I met a few of Gonzo's subordinates and greeted them. Gonzo is having dinner with a guest right now. I was commanded to join them for a drink. I can only follow instructions. I finally arrived at the door of the guest room. Light leaked out from beyond the sliding door. I didn't hear a conversation. Instead, I only heard the sound of alcohol rapidly flowing through someone's throat. Without a doubt, that man awaited me on the other side. Pardon the interruption, sir. It's Kyousuke. After a short while.
Oh.
Azai Gonzo released a deep sigh that resembled the braying of an animal. May I join you? I heard that there was a guest, but I couldn't sense anyone else in there.
入れ。
I immediately sensed something abnormal.
よく来たな。
A series of extravagant dishes have been strewn about the tatami mats. It's been a long time. I sincerely apologize. In this traditional room, a man who appeared to be a guest lay before me. He was bleeding from the forehead and was lying down flat on the table. I gazed at the man, unsure whether he was dead or alive, and put on a mask of indifference.
調子はどうだ?
There are no problems worth mentioning. No problems at all. Before my father, before Azai Gonzo, I'm used to the sight of blood. On the corner of the table lay a crumpled business card. IU Station, First Planning Department, Executive Producer. I think I've heard his name before. Every Monday at prime time, he airs popular drama shows with only over 20% viewer rates. This guy is pretty famous. Both his personal and work lives are riddled with impressive exploits, and there is no person in the entertainment world who wouldn't wag his or her tail for him.
どうした? 気になるのか?
No. If he gave out his card, that means this is the first time they've met.
こいつは調子に乗りすぎた。
You haven't changed, father. Kanon is famous as a beautiful figure skater. She's even been in a few commercials. If Gonzo called this man arrogant, then it's probably not his personality. It's likely because of some problem with contracts. At any rate, my father just submerged someone into the sea of violence upon their first meeting. Someone of rather prominent stature, no less. When I was younger, I always wondered why you could bend the rules like that. Seems like the man is still alive. Gonzo glanced at the man as he picked up a piece of sashimi unraveled and tasted. Unrivaled. Gonzo laughed gleefully.
20歳になる娘がいるんだろ
Gonzo took another swallow of delicious sake. I can understand what Gonzo is thinking. It's too late now. To those who have never experienced true danger, threatening to call their lawyers or the police at the first sign of hostility seems completely logical. Only it's too late. The police won't move until something has happened, and a lawyer can't be by one's side 24/7.
娘がソープに沈められてからうちのどうでもいいような若いのが懲役食らったとしてお前は満足なのか
This isn't a dry threat. Multitudes of delinquents under his Gonzo's control are just licking their lips, desperately waiting to receive any order. Beasts who would take pride in their time spent in custody. They're illogical creatures, men who don't even analyze the immediate future. They merely follow orders down to the letter.
まあ座って刺身でも食っていけ
Blood is splashed here and there across the food. The blowfish looks particularly delicious. Thank you, sir. A man's breath was as feeble as an insect's, yet I picked up my chopsticks.
Nonka.
No, alcohol's a bit.
九州の焼酎でな、なかなかいける。
Really? This guy is on his last leg. Nevertheless, the two of us neglect him and enjoy our food. This is the relationship between his Gonzo and his Kyousuke. Well then, what's the day's command? I timidly cut to the chase. Gonzo tilted his head.
メスの匂いがするな。
Pardon? What's he talking about?
女でも作ったか。
Oh. Paying no mind to my refusal, he glared at me, emitting an unspoken, suffocating pressure. I swallowed. I was fooling around with a classmate, Miss Tsubaki, for a couple of days. That was it, really. She has no money, so I have no real interest in her. Gonzo stared at me once again. He's almost 6.5 feet tall. The giant excreted intimidation from his every pore. Is there something amiss?
その女ではないな。
A woman I've been around, but not Tsubaki.
カノンにあった。
Yes, she told me. Gonzo took a furious swig of the liquor.
カノンは幾子と違って威勢がいいな。
Ikuko is Kanon's mother. I call her Mama when I'm at school or speaking with Kanon. She's a figure skating coach. Also, she was Gonzo's lover long ago. In other words, even though Kanon was his only daughter, she was still merely the child of a mistress. Gonzo's real wife died a while ago. I never met her. Kanon doesn't know about this, and obviously Gonzo and Ikuko live separately. Kanon's personality is much more similar to yours than her mother's. Stubborn and arbitrary.
あれは金になる娘だ。
Yes. She's a candidate for the Olympics. Publishers and production companies are constantly knocking at the door. If she does manage to get in, foreign media will undoubtedly be interested in coverage. Her future is looking bright. As a front organization, we at the Azai Corporation should consider using her as a powerful PR tool to help improve our image. Gonzo gave a satisfied nod at my suggestion.
Kanon のことだが
Gonzo opened up his hairy fist. The atmosphere in the room suddenly became unpleasant.
いいか、京介
When he called my name, my anxiety peaked.
犯しておけ
In an instant, the strong man in front of me turned into a detestable monster.
メスを従順にさせるには食うのが一番だ
How could such a father even exist? Even if she's illegitimate, Kanon is still his flesh and blood. To have his foster son engage in such intimacies, one must question the man's sanity.
カノンにはもっと稼いでもらわねばならんオスはまだ利害で動く頭を持っているがメスは違うわかるか
I gave an ambiguous nod.
やり口は何でもいい恋愛をしているふりをしてもいいし将来的に席を作ってもいい重要なのは肉体関係を持つことだメスはそういうことにこだわり縛られる生き物だ
I understand. I'll see to it sooner or later. My head is numbed. When I am before this monster, all regular thoughts cease.
それから
Gonzo lowered his voice a notch.
坊やとかいうガキの集団を知ってるか
Yes, they're an event circle which has gained a bit of power on Central Boulevard. An event circle is an organization that helps gather customers for gloves when special events are held. They're just a group of party-loving thugs, but their outward appearance is pleasing, and they can dance and DJ. Compared to some talentless performers, they're actually quite good at gathering customers. Do you intend on doing business with them? After these organizations expand to a certain point, Yakuza usually come in to help clean up the mess. In exchange for a protection fee, the Yakuza will then help them out when they run into any sort of trouble. However, Gonzo wrinkled his brow at my supposition.
連中は覚醒剤を回してる
Supposition? No way. My back erupted into a cold sweat. Such a small organization actually dared to sell cocaine. Unforgivable. Of course, the reason that's unforgivable isn't because it's against the law. All the cocaine circulating in the city is under the control of the Soniyama group. Azai Gonzo happens to be the leader of said group, the fourth in its history. I only know what I have to, so I have no idea where they get this cocaine from. But the important thing is that those amateurs went ahead and stepped in our territory.
しかもどうやらうちが回しているものより質がいいらしい
That's very strange.
今人をやって坊やの幹部を捕まえに行かせているところだ
With his mobility, power, and extensive network information, tracking down a little brat or two would take little to no effort. I understand. I might not be needed in this case, but I'll search amongst the shadows. I lowered my head deeply.
頼んだぞ息子よ
Yes, after all, I owe my current lifestyle to you, father. I drank with Gonzo until late into the night. I have no idea what happened to that unfortunate producer. I attended school every day this week, so I feel pretty good. For me, school is a free place, completely devoid of pressure.
Oh, Kyousuke!
Not to mention the countless friends I have.
昨日の件考えてくれたか？
What about yesterday?
てめえざけんな。おめえの不詳の妹のことだろうが。
He's still moping over that matter. Eiichi, try to be more mature. There will always be more women.
うるせえ。のりこ先生からメールが来たんだよ。やっぱり栄一くんとは付き合えないってな。
Oh, but wouldn't you say that a woman who turns you down for such a little thing as what happened yesterday isn't the woman you're looking for?
くそー。それもこれも全部カノンのせいだ。
Eiichi tightened his small fist to show his indignation.
のんちゃんがどうかした？げっ。えいちゃん、何がのんちゃんのせいなの？なんでもないよ。いや、かのんちゃんはいつも元気がいいね。僕にも元気を分けてほしいな。
He released his clenched hands. Kanon, do you have gym class today?
すごい楽しみ。明日はクラス対抗でバレーボールの試合するから、朝はみんなで集まって練習するんだ。
Kanon lowered the bag that I gave to her as a present. Inside the bag lies a gym uniform.
じゃあね
She lightly stepped away.
くそ、気に入らねえわ。あの頭の悪そうな笑顔が一層気に入らないぜ。
You aren't exactly the brightest kid yourself. While carrying on with our meaningless conversation, we entered the school. I arrived quite early today, so there weren't many people in the corridor. Downstairs, a girl approached us with inhumanly heavy steps. Humanly heavy steps.
どうも。
Yo, you're pretty early.
そうっすかね。
Our eyes never met.
宇佐美さん、宇佐美さん。はい。今日は僕も友達にしてくれるんだよね。1日2人までとか言ってたよね。いや、一つのコミュニティに2人までなんで、学園じゃ椿とカノンでもうギリギリ限界なんで。ひどいよ。すんません。意地悪してるわけじゃないんすけど、自分そういう戒めとか多いんで、勇者ですし。まともに口を聞いてくれるだけでもいいんだけど。
I'll see you in class. I find it hard to interact with this Usami horror. Usami stared at me with discerning eyes. Such a strange girl. My entrance to the classroom brought with it a surprise. The person who had been missing for a few days stood right beside the window. Ooh, hey, good morning. I spoke in a friendly tone. You're quite early too, Shiratori-san. Shiratori showed no interest in anyone within the classroom and continued to water the flowers quietly. You're so responsible. You come here early every morning just to water the flowers, don't you? My interaction with Shiratori Mizuha is not without purpose. Come to think of it, I haven't seen you for quite a while, huh? I can't really blame you, since I skip every now and then myself, but what made you take a few days off? I hope you didn't catch a cold. Shiratori is the daughter of the school's director. This director is also the chairman of a contracting company. And that company is a subsidiary of the Seno Corporation, one of Japan's most prominent and well-established corporations. The Seno Corporation, which manufactures everything from pens to rockets, has its headquarters here in Tomenbetsu City. Thus, the variety of businesses it develops here are a huge influence on the region's economy. Their influence permeates the city so thoroughly that it's practically omnipresent, just like that of the Sowa Alliance. Which means that if I wanted to operate some financial mechanisms here, keeping a good relationship with Shiratori Mizuha wouldn't hurt one bit. I put on my fake smile, as usual. Hey, Shiratori-san, can I have your number? Maybe we could hang out sometime. Shiratori's hands and the watering can they held suddenly halted.
Azai-kun? Azai-kun wa ohana ga suki?
Well, I don't really have much of an opinion. I can enjoy the look of a nice garden, but I'm no enthusiast.
好きなものは何?
Girls. I made sure to remember my smile as I spouted that line. I mean, that's good. Just kidding. Classical music. I actually bought a CD just yesterday.
クラシックね。それだけ?
Huh? As far as my interests go, the only thing I've got left is going to arcades.
お金は好き?
Although by only the slightest bit, Shiratori's tone changed. Money, you say? I'm sort of rich and all, so I never really thought about it. I smiled as I scratched the back of my head, but then Mizuha suddenly said,
残念.
I live striking waves on calm waters.
嫌いと答えたら、あなたを責めるつもりだったのに。
Huh? What's up with this woman? What are you talking about? Well then, Shiratori-san, do you like money? Shiratori didn't answer me.
私はあなたを知っているわ。
What about me?
ずいぶんと高そうな車に乗っているのね。
True, I had an imported deluxe limo. I told you I was rich. My dad gave it to me. But why did she know?
ずいぶんと人相の悪そうな人たちを連れ回しているのね。
Did she see me on the streets? Nobody from this school should know about the Azai Corporation. I have always been careful about how I go about doing things.
あなたは自分の倍くらいの年齢の人たちを顎で使っていたわ。
Where did you see that?
南区の住宅街。あなたのお父さんの屋敷の近くに私の家もあるの。
So that's why. It's useless to play dumb now. After all, Shiratori is the director's daughter. She could have investigated any student's background easily if she wanted to. So what? I smiled thinly. Even knowing that I manage huge capital in the Azai Corporation, what are you going to do?
それがあなたの本性。
Say what you want.
どうしてあなたは学園ではひょうきんな仮面をかぶっているの?
Nobody's going to confess his sins unless he's forced to. Isn't that right?
悪いことをしている自覚はあるのね。
I was just using it as an example. If I were you, I'd stop trying to nitpick and find faults in little things like that. It makes you look bad.
アザイ君って本当は随分と頭が回るのね。勝てそうにないわ。
Shiratori remains motionless. This is a little troublesome. The reason I spend my precious time in school is not only to reduce my stress, but also to hide my identity from certain corners of the underworld. Practically all business is dealt with either by phone or by email. I don't even meet people face to face when the deals go down. In trades like mine, your life's at risk once you're exposed. Besides Gonzo, only a few administrators from the group know my identity. Thus, keeping Shiratori's mouth shut is essential. May I ask you to keep this a secret? Please. Shiratori didn't reply. I understand. How much do you want? Shiratori revealed her emotions for the first time.
私はあなたが嫌い。それだけが言いたかったの。
Wait, don't run. I grabbed Shiratori's hand. How's 1 million sound?
本気で言っているの？
Money is the only way to gain trust.
かわいそうな人ね。
Your sympathy isn't what I need. Just allow me to feel safe. I stepped forward. Shiratori's beautiful lips began to quiver.
みんな見てるわよ。
I'll just say I was hitting on you.
バカなことを。
Everybody in the class thinks I'm nothing but a playboy. Because I intentionally project that aura. What about you? You barely ever show up to class. Do you even have any friends? What do you think is going to side with you? Oh. That's not nice. The corners of Shiratori's quivering lips turned down. Let's just try to get along, shall we?
もう離れて。
The class bell rang. I hope we can have a more pleasant chat next time, don't you? This time, Shiratori freed herself from my grasp. She was trying to act tough, but in the end, she's still a teenage girl. Now, let's enjoy school. Yuki-chan didn't call today. Tsubaki, Kanon, Eiichi, and I were on the rooftop, as usual. Usami was there as well, keeping her distance from the rest of us.
お昼だ。今日はたくさん食べるぞ。
Kanon bought a lot of bread from the convenience store.
カノンちゃん、今日も体育で大活躍だったもんね。お腹空いたでしょ。ここんところずっとお昼抜いてたからね。僕のお菓子も食べる？セントラル街の有名なプリンだよ。自分で食べるために買ったんだけど、特別に分けてあげる。
Has he already given up on eating Kanon?
あ、ファンキーのプリンだ。美味しそうだね。
Funky is a popular dessert shop among the girls. Dessert.
賞味期限切れだっつーの。こんなんで許してやる俺。マジ寛大じゃね。
I really should stop him.
なんちゃんプリン嫌い。
Making the face again behind my camera.
ほんと？カノンちゃんって甘いもの好きそうじゃない？人は見かけによらないっていう格言があるんだよ。
きさ大抵の女は甘いもんで釣れるっつうのよ。つうか格言とか調子こいてんじゃねえぞボケ。
エイちゃん食べないの？
僕はいいよ。
なんで？甘いもの好きでしょ？いつもバクバク食べてるじゃない。
男子3日会わざればって言うでしょ。
言わないよ。
そんな断言しないでよ。
のんちゃんの言うこと絶対正しいよ。絶対合ってるよ。ねえ兄さん。
Yeah, anyways, eat your pudding, Eiichi.
いいったら椿ちゃん食べなよ。
ごめんね。私もお腹いっぱいだから。
じゃあ宇佐美さんは？
Usami, who has been watching us argue from far away, responded with another question.
プリンって持って3日くらいですかね。
2日以内に食べるのがいいと思うな。
じゃあ自分甘いものは好きな方なんすけど、賞味期限切れなのは勘弁っすね。
Eiichi's pupils contracted.
いやまあ当てずっぽうっすけどね。自分セントラル街でバイトしてるんすよ。唐突っすけど。だからわかるんすけど、ファンキーでしたっけ？確か一昨日は定休日でしたよね。おととい？それがどうしたの？昨日買ったプリンだよ。何か変かな？ちょっとおかしくないっすかね。何が？エテ吉さんは毎日違うお菓子を食べるんすよね。昨日言ってましたよね。ポリスイとか？ポリスイじゃなくてポリシー。まあ何でもいいんすけど。何でもいいなら無駄に発音ひねらないでよ。重要なのは昨日もプリン食べてたってことっすよ、あなた。
Come to think of it.
だから今日は昨日と同じお菓子を食べないんなら、今日食べるために昨日と同じプリンを買いに行くっていうのはポリスイ的にちょっとおかしくないですか？いやだからカノンちゃんにあげようと思って買いに行ったんだよ。そう。自分で食べるために買ったってさっき妙にもったいつけて言ってませんでしたっけ？それはだから。
Rip Aizawa Eiichi. That's true. You ate pudding just yesterday, and the shop was closed the day before. Thus, the pudding must be from long ago.
エイちゃん、まさか賞味期限切れてるの知ってて。そんなことないよね。知らなかったよね。
Everybody stared at Eiichi, approaching him slowly.
通販で買ったんだよ。
Saying that was like pleading guilty.
神、助けてくれ。
Doubt it's possible, bro. Eiichi retreated back into his despair.
そういえば浅井くん CD 聞いた？
Tsubaki's trying to change the topic. What a nice person. Since Eiichi looks miserable, let's just go with the flow. This CD? No, I haven't. I pulled the Bach CD out of my uniform's pocket.
どうして未開封なの？あんなに楽しみにしてたじゃない。
You still don't get it, Tsubaki.
どうして大事そうにポッケに入れて学園に持ってきてるの？
You wouldn't understand either, Kanon. I cleared my throat. Yes, I truly was looking forward to this magnificent Bach CD. Believe me when I say it's like a glorious treasure that I've been waiting for. Far too long. However, that is precisely the reason why I will let it sleep. Let it ripen a bit in my pocket for one more excruciatingly long day.
What?
I realize it's difficult for you women folk to understand this, but the ecstasy of release after forcibly building that gripping tension of unnecessary restraint is
ただ
breathtaking.
の魔女じゃないですか。
Say what you want. Regardless, I must subject myself to this trial by fire today. Crap, I'm starting to drool.
へえ、ちょっと貸して。
She snatched it away from me. Hey, give it back.
ちょっと見せてよ。いいでしょ？
No. Just a peek, okay? Listen, do not unwrap it. Absolutely do not unwrap it. Sound tearing plastic makes Wait, hey! I told you not to unwrap it!
まあまあ、中のブックレット読んでみたかったんだよ。
I wanted to read that too. I've been waiting so long that I would kill just to get a glimpse of it. The scene before me began to twist as if a dimensional rift had opened all around me.
うわー、やっぱり買ったばっかりだから CD もピカピカだね。
Stop! Don't spin that divine disc on your fingers.
でへへへへ。
Kanon flashed a devious smile. What is going on? This is bad. It's the same expression she has when she's bullying Eiichi.
ねえ兄さん。
Silly girl. Crap.
パキってしてもいい？
What? No! Absolutely not! Absolutely not! Why do you want to do that?
さすがに割ったら冗談じゃ済まないよ。
Yeah, Tsubaki, help me out here. Don't break it!
絶対ダメだよ。どうしようかな。兄さんが困ってる。兄さんが困ってるよ。
Hey, Usami, why are you still standing around? Come help us stop her.
あ、はい。絶対ダメだ。
Eiichi, you two, get off your lazy butt. Help me think of a way to stop this crazy kid.
絶対やめろ。
Kanon gripped the CD with both hands. I clearly saw her thin nails sink into the disc.
兄さん、おととい約束すっぽかしたよね。
Oh, yeah.
兄さん、昨日もいきなり帰っちゃったよね。
Stop! Stop!
え？
Stop! Oh, this girl. I flew toward Kanon. As though a cheetah leaping in for the kill. She was stunned as I wrestled her for the disc. Touched the disc with my fingertips. Got a hold of it for a moment. I think she should calm down. And lost it again. I stretched my arms out one last time. But the CD had already fallen to the ground. The entire landscape darkened in my despair. I sank to my knees. Picking up the disc, I examined the surface carefully. A thread-like scar was gashed across the shimmering surface. Arrgh! Then there was absolute darkness. The Bach CD that I've restrained myself from opening has been injured.
兄さん兄さん
Kanon patted my shoulder. Kanon.
ん
Don't you have something to say to me? She just smiled sweetly like a little devil.
割るつもりはなかったんだよ。でもみんなして絶対ダメ絶対ダメって言うんだもん。絶対って10回くらい言ってたもん。これって振りっていうやつだよね。
This ain't no comedy show.
まあ振りといえば振りでしたね。
元気出してよ、大君。そんな悲しい顔しないで。また一緒に買いに行けばいいじゃない。
Stop fooling around.
カノンちゃんもひどいな。でも京介くんも大人になろうね。
You.
みんな面白かったみたいだし、兄さん人気者だね。
You. Oh, he's mad. Unforgivable. Absolutely unforgivable. We are alive. It is mine to avenge. I'd rather betray the world than let the world betray me. After school, in the lab equipment storage room, I roared to my worshipper. Hey, you foolish mortal.
はい。
I shall grant your puny desires.
何でしたっけ？
Don't go forgetting about it, Kanon. Darn.
神、落ち着いてくださいよ。
That brat has overstepped her boundaries. Remember when you piddly humans built a tower to heaven? God was outraged. I feel exactly the same way right now.
でもたかが妹のいたずらじゃないですか。
There are kinslaying gods.
本気なんですか？
Kid, don't you understand? If you stood in line from 1 a.m. to 10 a.m. for a game and someone just broke it for fun, what would you do?
また買えばいいじゃないですか。
Shut up! You can only say that when it's not your stuff that's been broken.
いや、神も昨日は全然俺に構ってくれなかったじゃないですか。
Look, the point is, we have to give Kanon the punishment she deserves.
わかりましたよ。どうするんですか？
I have a plan.
さすがですね、神。
She broke the thing I was looking forward to the most.
はあ。
Fight fire with fire. What's something Kanon would look forward to?
お昼ご飯とかですかね。
No, fool. Think before you spout nonsense.
だって僕今日お昼食べてなくて。
Sports. Sports.
ああ。
Isn't there a volleyball tournament tomorrow?
ですね。
Kanon would be heartbroken if that got cancelled.
なるほど、わかりました。闇討ちして怪我させるんですよね。
You don't get it at all, do you?
あ、違うんすか？
I thought for a moment. I'm going to do something much more grand.
は
I took off my headgear.
おい、京介。もっと具体的に教えてくれよ。
It's quite simple. I cleared my throat for gravity's sake. After we're done here, I'm going to sneak into the faculty office and steal the key to the gym storage room.
体育用具室？
That's where they keep all the sports equipment. The important thing is, that's where the volleyballs are as well, aren't they?
なるほど。鍵がなかったらボールが取れないな。
So they'll be forced to suspend tomorrow's game, right? Eiichi nodded.
お前、すっげえ悪だな。
Yeah, our entire class will be in chaos tomorrow.
何もそこまでしなくてもよくねえか？
It seems that fear has begun to grip Eiichi.
例えばカノンの体操服を隠すとか、そういう策でもいいじゃねえか。
The number of suspects would be too limited if we did that. We'd be the first ones suspected.
っていうか、やばくね？バレたらどうするんだよ。
Just don't get caught. If nobody's caught, it's not a crime.
クズの理屈じゃねえか。
I don't want to be called a jerk by you. I smirked. So, let's begin.
まあ、わかったよ。とっとと職員室行こうぜ。
Wait, we're not going right now. There are still a lot of teachers there. Also, the key to the sports equipment room would be in the hands of the club advisors at the moment.
じゃあ、どうするんだよ。
I answered him in one breath. The club activities should end by 9 o'clock. The key would also be returned to the faculty office by then. Teachers don't stay that late unless something unusual comes up. The only teachers on duty from that point forward would be the ones who check the doors and windows. Eiichi clapped his hands.
あ、今週の当番はのりこ先生だ。
Exactly.
のりこ先生を計画に抱き込んで鍵をゲットするんだな。
That's impossible. She'll be in big trouble if she steals the key as a teacher.
のりこは俺の言いなりだから。 ごめん、嘘。
Let me continue. I rubbed my eyebrows. After 9, you head to the faculty office to double check that the only one in there is Miss Noriko.
一人じゃなかったら？
Should be alright. We'll just think of another way then.
分かった。それで？
You lure her out of the faculty office. While she's gone, I'll sneak into the faculty office and steal the key.
鍵がどこにあるか分かるのか？
You know the math teacher's desk? There are some keys hanging on the wall behind the desk. That's where it is.
うん、見たことあるな。
I'll grab the master key while I'm at it. They should be at the same place. Are you following all this? I can get it done in 1 minute. You only need to buy that much time for me.
あ、ちょっと待って。
What?
役割を変えてくれよ。
He looks a bit troubled. You're asking me to lure Miss Noriko out?
うん。
He pouted his lip, trying to act cute. Because you got rejected by her?
いや、そこまでひどいこと言われたわけじゃないけど。
Then what is it?
栄一くんって嘘つきなんだねって。
He seems to be taking it quite seriously. You got hurt.
顔を合わしたらテンパりそう。お前の口から俺がどんなに誠実キャラか教えてやってくれよ。
Stop fooling around. In all seriousness, I really can't say I'm fond of the idea of calling out Miss Noriko myself. Explaining to her while I'm still at school at night would be difficult for one thing. Tsubaki said it once before. I'm one of those people that head straight home after school. If possible, I'd like to avoid doing something unnatural.
頼むって。
Fine, just be quiet.
さすが神、一生ついていくぜ。
I'll make sure to tell her what but you are. What a shit.
ちょっとちょっと。
What a meanie you are. I clicked my tongue. Listen, you have to pay attention.
なんだ？
Before we go in and steal the key at 9, you can't be seen by anyone at school.
どうして？
Use your brain and think. I gently knocked his head. All they would need to know in order to deduce a list of suspects would be the time the key was stolen. Sometime between the end of club activities at 9 and tomorrow morning. That means anyone at school within this time frame will be a suspect. Of course, I'll be suspected too. Even so, it's okay as long as I'm with Miss Noriko.
あ、そっか。もし誰かに見つかったら、どうして夜遅くまで学園にいたのかって疑われちゃうもんな。
Understand? You need to pretend to have left school before 9 today.
オッケー、わかったよ。
Well, until the time comes, just hide here. I double-checked my plan to see if there was anything wrong. Let's see. Other than using the room's key and master keys, are there still ways to open the gym storage room? It's not like it's a detective novel, where they would just break the lock and force their way in. Oh well, this is all just a game anyway. The key will be in the school's mailbox after we're done.
これでカノンも残念賞ってやつじゃねえか。気分いいね。
Eiichi was already excited, like he won the lottery or something. The sunset dyed the lab equipment storage room in a cornucopia of hues. 10 minutes after 9, we commenced our plan. The corridor after school was thick with a bone-chilling air after the lights were switched off. Now, go hide in the storeroom or something.
わかった。のりこ先生を外におびき出したら、俺の携帯に電話くれるんだったな。
Be careful when you receive the call, and make sure your phone is on silent.
任せとけって。
Don't stand beside the windows, alright? Someone might see you from the outside.
任せとけっての。京介は心配性だな。
And he's certainly not doing a good job of alleviating my fears, that's for sure. Okay, contact me after you've stolen the key.
オッケーオッケー。速攻連絡するっての。
Not immediately. After you steal the key, leave the school without being spotted, then contact me.
いいへい。
Eiichi refused to take this seriously. Well, let's go.
のりこ先生にちゃんと根回ししといてくれよ。
I ignored Eiichi's nonsense and headed towards the faculty office. As expected, only Miss Noriko remained. Hey, Miss Noriko, you think I could talk to you for a second? She jumped in surprise at the unexpected address, but quickly recovered her mature composure.
浅井くんだったわね。遅くまで勉強してるのね。
Oh, not at all.
あなたのことは聞いてるわよ。出席日数は思わしくないみたいだけど、成績も優秀で、女の子からの評判もいいみたいじゃない？
What a straightforward teacher. It's about... I confirmed the location of the key as I spoke. Just as I told Eiichi, the keys are lined up on the wall behind the math teacher's desk.
どうしたのかしら？
Now it's time to lead her out of the faculty office. Oh, wait, this isn't a good place to chat.
どうして？ここじゃダメ？誰もいないわよ。
She's a bit suspicious, but that's nothing I wasn't expecting. It's about Eiichi. There's something I want to show you.
栄一くん？
Miss Noriko's face froze.
見せたいものって？
Wait, can you come to the classroom with me? Please, you'll understand once you get there. I lowered my head slightly. I've heard him talk about you before. I clenched my fist and spoke with a trembling voice. Eiichi may be stupid, and he can be a little rotten at times, but he's not a bad person. I played the part of a nice teenager looking out for his friend. So, please. After a moment, Miss Noriko stood up.
仕方ないわね。
So far, everything's gone according to plan. I quickly manipulated the cell phone in my pocket once I was out in the corridor. Eiichi, please don't mess this up. Right here. I led Miss Noriko to the classroom. I actually wanted to show you Eiichi's desk.
机？
Right, you'll know when you see it. It's that one. Miss Noriko seemed apprehensive as she approached Eiichi's desk. I started making up stories. So? There's a lot of writing on the desk, right?
何が？まっさらで傷一つない綺麗な机じゃない。
I widened my eyes. What? There's no writing on it?
書いてないわ。
Weird. I pretended to be in a panic and averted my eyes. That Eiichi, when did he rub it off?
浅井くん、どういうことか説明してもらえる？
Well, Eiichi's been thinking about you a lot these days. He had written... Oh, how should I put this? He'd written a love confession of sorts on the desk. Phrases like, I love you, and things like that were all over it. It might be a bald-faced lie, but it's fine as long as I can cover up for it somehow later.
本当なの？
Yes, he's actually an innocent and shy person.
そう。
Sorry, I meant to show this to you sooner. Miss Noriko quietly laughed.
まあいいわ。浅井くんが友達思いなのは分かったから。
No, not really. Really, I'm not. I'm really sorry for dragging you out here for nothing. I wanted you to see it while nobody was here in the classroom. I pointed out the reason for being at school at this hour. Just please reconsider about Eiichi. I didn't forget to help Eiichi out.
気持ちは分かったわ。でも、私、本当は他に好きな人がいるのよ。
Oh, is that so? Cry, Eiichi.
ごめんなさいね。
No, it's okay. Eiichi should be done by now. It's time for me to leave. I apologize for bringing such a sad circumstance to your attention. Miss Noriko smiles gently as she watches me go. Well, back in the streets now. That's good. Crazy. Bye! This is getting cool.